Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to the channel. As you all are aware that we have started a free initiative wherein we are practicing answer writing for both upper as well as lower PCS mains examination, which is going to be held in August. Okay, so I had posted two questions earlier on my Telegram channel. If you haven't joined it, please join the same, and you can also post your answers there and get free evaluation. So the first question was write short note on sources of ancient Indian history, and the second question was write a short note on the reasons behind the decline of the Katyuri dynasty. Okay, so these are two questions from the history portion. One is from Indian history and the other is from Uttarakhand's history. So earlier I was providing answers to you, but today I have come up with a new initiative wherein I'll be discussing the answer and I have provided a mind map for the same. You know why? Because the mind maps, they help us retain the information, and answer writing can be done based on the word limit. For example, it is 100 words in case of lower PCS, but if there is a short note of 25 words, then you need to write the answers in a very succinct or a very uh, concise manner. Okay, similarly, the word limit is a bit more for upper PCS. Okay, so in order to cater to the needs of both the upper as well as lower PCS means candidates, I have come up with this mind map kind of illustration. Okay, so do let me know if you prefer this kind of illustration or the one which I was posting earlier wherein I was providing the entire answer with the word limit. Okay, so let's discuss the first question. I'll be discussing the question of Uttarakhand first because, as most of you might be aware of the ancient history portion, but we'll discuss that later on. Okay, so the question was the probable reasons behind the decline of the Katyuri dynasty. Okay, so you can provide an introduction wherein you can mention about the Katyuri dynasty. It was ruling over the Kumaon region, and there were several reasons that can be attributed to the decline of the Katyuris. Okay, so the main reasons were internal conspiracies. Okay, see, this is very common. Whenever there has been a kingdom, there have been conspiracies. Okay, so the internal conspiracies were one of the primary reasons why the Katyuri dynasty came to an end. Okay, second reason was external attacks. Third reason was weak successors, and the fourth reason was tyrannical rulers. Now let me tell you the story behind this. Okay, what happens is that Katyuris, they are a very powerful dynasty. Okay, they also construct several temples, and they are also responsible for formulating or making a part of our culture of the state, the culture of our state. Okay, so what happens that the earlier rulers, they were very good. Okay, they were very strong also, and they looked after their kingdom very well. But towards the end of the dynasty, the rulers, they became very selfish, and they were tyrant rulers, means they were not concerned about their disciples, they were not concerned about their kingdom. Okay, they became selfish, and one example can be cited wherein the last strong ruler, who was Veerdio, he was actually killed by his own chieftains. Okay, the people who, those who were working for him, they were frustrated with his behavior and the kind of policies that he was the kind of policies that he had. They were frustrated with those policies, and as a result they killed him. Okay, and after Veerdio, the other rulers, his sons, they started fighting amongst themselves. None of them was strong enough to consolidate the empire, so several smaller jagirs, or you can say several smaller kingdoms, arose from the mighty Katyuri dynasty. Okay, a few examples were Doti, Askot, Baramandal, Dwarahat, Bajnath, etc. Okay, so none of these new rulers, they were strong enough to consolidate the empire. Okay, so whenever there is a lack of unity, then external aggression and attacks, they try to take hold. Okay, so same thing happened. Since the state of the empire was already weak, the rulers were very weak, they were fighting amongst themselves, there were conspiracies going on in order to kill the rulers of the just adjacent kingdom. You cannot even call it a kingdom, you can say that external jagir. Okay, so what happened was, first, the Nepal king Ashok Challa, he attacked in the year 1191. Okay, and after that, rulers of Malla dynasty also attacked. So this further weakened the empire of Katyuris. Okay, and the final blow to them came when the Chand dynasty rulers, they invaded and captured and finally led to the decline of the Katyuri dynasty. Okay, so as I have given you this mind map, I told you the entire story, what exactly happened. So first the rulers became tyrant, they were killed by their own ministers, conspiracies going on, weak rulers divided the kingdom, and finally the external attacks led to the decline of the Katyuri dynasty. Okay, so these are the four main and important topics that you can mention. Okay, so this was the first question that we discussed. Now the second question is regarding the sources of ancient Indian history. Okay, so for that also I have provided this mind map wherein there are basically two criteria in which you can divide the sources of ancient Indian history. Okay, so first is the literary sources and the second is the archaeological sources. Okay, so you can give an introduction saying that sources are extremely important since they help us to interpret our past. Okay, and sources of ancient Indian history can be divided into two broad categories. Literary sources, all the written evidences come under this, and this can be composed either by the domestic or the local authors, or even the foreign authors have written a lot about ancient Indian history. For example, Huin Sang was there. Then we also have the literary work Indica by Megasthenes. Okay, and apart from that, the domestic sources, several Vedas were written. Ved were written, epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, and apart from that, also literary sources of Hinduism, Buddhism, as well as Jainism. Everything was written during this period. Okay, during the period of ancient Indian history. Okay, so that becomes extremely important for us, and they are important because they help us analyze the economic situation that was prevalent during those times. They tell us about the political organization of the people and how exactly the functioning of the kingdom was taking place. For example, the Kautilya's Arthashastra, it tells a lot about what exactly was happening in the kingdom. Okay, and apart from that, several Chinese pilgrims like Huan Sang, they've also given an account of the same. So we can understand that whatever the knowledge that we possess today, a lot can be attributed to the literary sources. Okay, so this is the first portion of the answer that you can write, and the second portion comprises of the archaeological sources. So the archaeological sources, they can be the artifacts. Okay, for example, the pottery, the tools, the weapons that have been found during excavations. uh, you can cite an example of the IVC, or the Indian Valley, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so what happened was that we've not been able to decipher the script of the IVC, but still we have a lot of information about the IVC, like what exactly were the people wearing during those times. That seals were prevalent. Pashupatinath seal, and apart from that, a bearded priest, torso of a female, dancing figurine of a that is being made by bronze, the lost facts technique. So much of information is available with the help of these archaeological sources. Okay, so they help us augment the knowledge from the literary sources. For example, like I told you, that literary sources are absent for the IVC because we've not been able to decipher the script and we don't get any literary documents as such of this period. So during that time, in order to fill the gap, we utilize the archaeological sources, the monuments, the stone tools, the inscriptions, the coins, the pottery. Everything is able to tell us a lot about the prevalent situations. Okay, so you can give an example of the several archaeological sources based on the word limit. You can either provide your answer in a very concise manner, or you can write in detail about the same. I've mentioned the same for you, and this is the mind map for the same. And the myriad sources of ancient history, they've helped us understand the genealogy. For example, after this ruler, the second ruler came, or after IVC, we get the early Vedic period, and after that we have the later Vedic period. Then we have the Mahajanpadas. Okay, so all this we've been able to, you know, portray or make this timeline based on these sources. Okay, so they become extremely important in order to understand the genealogy and how actually our culture has developed over the ages. Okay, so this is the importance. You can write the importance of the sources in the end. Okay, so this is the other way that you can go about it. So do let me know that if you like this way in which I am presenting the answer, or the earlier way in which I was just reading the answers that I had written, or this kind of discussion that I am doing right now. Okay, do let me know, and post your comments, or in case you want me to post something else about the preparation, any tips, or if you want me to improve the content, do let me know in the comment section, and I'll be able to uh, improve and provide a very helpful video in the next coming days, hopefully. So That's it for today, and I hope you all are doing well. Keep studying, keep practicing, just keep practicing the answer writing, and always remember, whatever exam you're preparing for, you can do it. That's it for today. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.